Hi everybody. It's time to spend the fucking money. It's not the time to stop spending. It's time to spend the fucking money. This is becoming the United Winnipeg States of America, the United Pampers of America. Americans become a bunch of cowards, a bunch of mushy dicks that they don't want to take responsibility and spend in the right way. They are very good in create debt, create personal debt for things that are absolutely not necessary. But when it's important to invest money, which is the basic rule of capitalism, Americans they piss their pants. Look what's happened in Congress. All these people scared to spend money. Do you think that venture capitals are a bunch of cowards? Because venture capitals are the ones that produce the small business. These are the people that invest tons of money, enter into debts continuously to create startup companies. Only 20% of the companies that the venture capitals support at the very end become successful. 80% of them they fail, but those 20% they repay for all the money and for all the debt that has been invested, because these 20% of companies are the ones that created something useful for the country. So stop this bullshit about private and public. We need to get both on place. Good public service and good private service, that's what America needs. It's not the one against the other. It never worked. It never worked. You need to have social services. Without social services, you don't have culture, and you don't have education, and you don't have health in a country. We need to have health control. We need to have control on trans fat and other kind of things, because we cannot have a sick nation against obesity and so on. We need to get control on pharmaceutical for what we fucking use. In Europe, there is a big usage, for instance, homeopathic medicine, and works well because it's less invasive than allopathic medicine that is typical Western, American, and partially Western European culture imposing medicine on people, very expensive medicines that are invasive and bring a lot of toxins in your organism. And this is the same thing that's happening in the economy. They are pushing companies that are absolutely useless. They are pushing business absolutely useless. They are not spending money for us. They're spending money for them. These big corporations, they are reinvesting the money that they have, buying their own stock options and gambling again and again. It's about time. We need transportation. Oh, did you listen? The governor of Florida, that he is against high-speed rail in Florida. Come on, Florida is the perfect place where you need high-speed rail. There are no mountains. It's absolutely perfect, smooth. It can become like France, it can become like Germany, like Japan. You can decongestion all the airports. And instead what they do, instead to spend this money for transportation, they can create thousands and thousands of jobs. Transportation, infrastructure, thousands and thousands of jobs. Putting together the public sector and the private sector with both money together to create something useful. And instead what they do? Oh, they invest millions of dollars for abstinence in Florida. Yes, that's the problem. That's what will solve our job problem, abstinence. Or Rick Perry in Texas, as tomorrow is going to go have the pray for the economy because of this situation of drought in Texas. Wow, where actually this is counterproductive for him, because it seems that God is much more pissed off with Texas than with Vermont, because in Texas they don't have rain at all. In Vermont, it was a pretty good summer in the liberal Vermont. So it seems that God is much more pissed, following his theories that God solved economic problems in this country. He should be pissed with Texas much more than with Vermont. This is the stupidity in which we are. We need to spend money. We need to invest. We need to recreate the cycle. That was what's happening 1 year ago, and people didn't want it. We needed to have a bigger stimulus package, not a smaller one. People are so idiotic, they don't understand. Whatever that we create and we invest in something that is productive, repay us 10 times more, so that not only we can repay the debt, but we can also create credit, and we create money, and we create and reinvest. All the dividends of all the investment should be reinvested in projects. This is the way to go. This is what economy of grown-up people should do. And instead what we have a disaster economy with the tea baggers in the United States. We have an asshole called Berlusconi in Italy that is plunging the country in the worst situation. We have an idiotic conservative prime minister in Britain. We have another stupid president in France. All right-wing bullshit. Every time they touch something, it goes into pure and drastic shit. Another demonstration of what I'm saying. If someone is going to bring me one example, I want one example of right-wing government that produced something useful. In Texas, one half of the district in Texas, they don't have nurses, they don't have doctors. The poverty in Texas is high. In the same way, the few rich are very, very rich. It's a perfect example of third world. Actually, I believe that is a very good idea if Texas get the fuck out of the United States, because it's a third world country. It's the perfect example of a third world country in which corporations manipulate and create rules, regulation, bills for everybody at the place of the lawmakers. This is the bullshit. This is what it is. Wake up, people. It's time to push to spend money. It's time to push the private and the public sector to work together to invest money. Otherwise, this country is going nowhere. China is investing. Brazil is investing. Germany is investing. Norway is investing. India is investing. All these countries are investing tons of money. Tons of money. Where the hell the United States or the WWPAD want to stay in the future? Just living with the dream of the past of a great nation, or really believe and become a great nation? Because for the moment, I believe the United States is in this Wizard of Oz dream that is the best country in the world, but is not producing anything. Is not investing anything. Anything that is related to the 21st century and the future is in the garbage. Wake up. Wake up from the dream. It's time to remove your red shoes, Dorothy. It's time to remove your red shoes. Bye.